Нарешті починаємо новий юніт, тому я переходжу на англійську. Як завжди, якщо щось не зрозуміло, перепитуйте, я буду повторювати українською. So guys, as I have already mentioned, today we are going to start a new unit, which actually bears the title Tales. And the first topic that we are going to discuss with you within this unit is called books. And the first task that we are going to start off with would be the following. Could you please think and name 4 benefits of reading books every day?
Gaining new knowledge.
Gaining new knowledge. Excellent. What else?
Extending vocabulary.
Extending vocabulary. Excellent. What else?
Gaining a better memory.
Okay, good. Do we guys have any other ideas? So far, we have 3 benefits.
Stress reduction.
Okay, why not? Thanks a lot, Denise. Okay, guys. Would anybody else like to add anything apart from what guys have already mentioned? No. Okay, if no, then those were our assumptions concerning the possible benefits of reading. And now we are going to do the following. We will take a look at a short video representing some benefits of reading books. But traditionally, before we move to the part with our video, we need to take a look at the vocabulary. So give me please 1 second. I will share the screen with our vocabulary. This time it's really limited. It contains only 9 terms. So let's take a look at what we have today. We have tiger mother, сувора вимоглива мама. Firmly believe, твердо вірити, мати якісь такі тверді, стійкі переконання в чомусь. Find a calling, знайти покликання. Obedience, слухняність. Commandment, заповідь. Epiphany, прозріння. Temptation, спокуса. Shattered, розбитий, зруйнований. And a phrase, I've come to believe, я дійшов якогось там висновку. Okay, good. So then, guys, let us move to the video itself. Okay, my traditional question is if you need subtitles.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, then we watch this video for the first time with subtitles. If that would be needed, we will take a look at it one more time.
Now, I was trained to become a gymnast for 2 years in Hunan, China in the 1970s. When I was in the first grade, the government wanted to transfer me to a school for athletes, all expenses paid. But my tiger mother said no. My parents wanted me to become an engineer like them. After surviving the Cultural Revolution, they firmly believed there's only one sure way to happiness: a safe and well-paid job. It is not important if I like the job or not. But my dream was to become a Chinese opera singer. That is me playing my imaginary piano. An opera singer must start training young to learn acrobatics. So I tried everything I could to go to opera school. I even wrote to the school principal and the host of a radio show. But no adults liked the idea. No adults believed I was serious. Only my friends supported me, but they were kids, just as powerless as I was. So at age 15, I knew I was too old to be trained. My dream would never come true. I was afraid that for the rest of my life, some second-class happiness would be the best I could hope for. But that's so unfair. So I was determined to find another calling. Nobody around to teach me? Fine, I turned to books. I satisfied my hunger for parental advice from this book by a family of writers and musicians. I found my role model of an independent woman when Confucius tradition requires obedience. And I learned to be efficient from this book. And I was inspired to study abroad after reading these. I came to US in 1995. So which books did I read here first? Books banned in China, of course. The Good Earth is about Chinese peasant life. That's just not convenient for propaganda. Got it. The Bible is interesting, but strange. That's a topic for a different day. But the fifth commandment gave me epiphany. You shall honor your father and mother. Honor, I said, that's so different and better than obey. So it becomes my tool to climb out of this Confucius guilt trap and to restart my relationship with my parents. Encountering a new culture also started my habit of comparative reading. It offers many insights. For example, I found this map out of place at first because this is what Chinese students grew up with. It had never occurred to me China doesn't have to be at the center of the world. A map actually carries somebody's view. Comparative reading actually is nothing new. It's a standard practice in the academic world. There are even research fields such as comparative religion, comparative literature. Compare contrast gives scholars a more complete understanding of a topic. So I thought, well, if comparative reading works for research, why not do it in daily life too? So I started reading books in pairs. So they can be about people who are involved in the same event or friends with shared experiences. I also compare the same stories in different genres or similar stories from different cultures, as Joseph Campbell did in his wonderful book. For example, both the Christ and the Buddha went through 3 temptations. For the Christ, the temptations are economic, political, and spiritual. For the Buddha, they're all psychological: lust, fear, and the social duty. Interesting. So if you know a foreign language, it's also fun to read your favorite books in 2 languages. Instead of loss in translation, I found there's much to gain. For example, it's through translation that I realized happiness in Chinese literally means fascinating. And bride in Chinese literally means new mother. Uh-oh. Books have given me a magic portal to connect with people of the past and the present. I know I shall never feel lonely or powerless again. Having a dream shattered really is nothing compared to what many others have suffered. I have come to believe that coming true is not the only purpose of a dream. Its most important purpose is to get us in touch with where dreams come from, what passion comes from, what happiness comes from. Even a shattered dream can do that for you. So because of books, I'm here today, happy, living again with a purpose and clarity most of the time. So may books be always with you. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Then my traditional question sounds as follows. Was everything clear? Shall we proceed with the tasks? Or is there a need for you to take a look at it one more time? What would you say?
I think we need one more time.
One more time. Okay, so guys, I'm going to the beginning and we watch our video from scratch for the second time. So please watch it carefully.
So I was trained to become a gymnast for 2 years in Hunan, China in the 1970s. When I was in the first grade, the government wanted to transfer me to a school for athletes, all expenses paid. But my tiger mother said, no. My parents wanted me to become an engineer like them. After surviving the Cultural Revolution, they firmly believed there's only one sure way to happiness, a safe and well-paid job. It is not important if I like the job or not. But my dream was to become a Chinese opera singer. That is me playing my imaginary piano. An opera singer must start training young to learn acrobatics. So I tried everything I could to go to opera school. I even wrote to the school principal and the host of a radio show. But no adults liked the idea. No adults believed I was serious. Only my friends supported me, but they were kids, just as powerless as I was. So at age 15, I knew I was too old to be trained. My dream would never come true. I was afraid that for the rest of my life, some second-class happiness would be the best I could hope for. But that's so unfair. So I was determined to find another calling. Nobody around to teach me. Fine, I turned to books. I satisfied my hunger for parental advice from this book, a family of writers and musicians. I found my role model of an independent woman when Confucius tradition requires obedience. And I learned to be efficient from this book. And I was inspired to study abroad after reading these. I came to US in 1995. So which books did I read here first? Books banned in China, of course. The Good Earth is about Chinese peasant life. That's just not convenient for propaganda. Got it. The Bible is interesting, but strange. That's a topic for a different day. But the fifth commandment gave me epiphany. You shall honor your father and the mother. Honor, I said, that's so different and better than obey. So it becomes my tool to climb out of this Confucius guilt trap and to restart my relationship with my parents. Encountering a new culture also started my habit of comparative reading. It offers many insights. For example, I found this map out of place at first because this is what Chinese students grew up with. It had never occurred to me China doesn't have to be at the center of the world. A map actually carries somebody's view. Comparative reading actually is nothing new. It's a standard practice in the academic world. There are even research fields such as comparative religion, comparative literature. Compare contrast gives scholars a more complete understanding of a topic. So I thought, well, if comparative reading works for research, why not do it in daily life too? So I started reading books in pairs. So they can be about people who are involved in the same event, or friends with shared experiences. I also compare the same stories in different genres or similar stories from different cultures, as Joseph Campbell did in his wonderful book. For example, both the Christ and the Buddha went through 3 temptations. For the Christ, the temptations are economic, political, and spiritual. For the Buddha, they're all psychological: lust, fear, and a social duty. Interesting. So if you know a foreign language, it's also fun to read your favorite books in 2 languages. Instead of loss in translation, I found there's much to gain. For example, it's through translation that I realized happiness in Chinese literally means vast joy. Woo! And bride in Chinese literally means new mother. Uh-oh. Books have given me a magic portal to connect with people of the past and the present. I know I shall never feel lonely or powerless again. Having a dream shattered really is nothing compared to what many others have suffered. I have come to believe that coming true is not the only purpose of a dream. Its most important purpose is to get us in touch with where dreams come from, where passion comes from, where happiness comes from. Even a shattered dream can do that for you. So because of books, I'm here today, happy, living again with a purpose and a clarity most of the time. So may books be always with you. Thank you.
Okay, guys. So we have watched a video for the second time, and now I believe we can move to our assignments. So, what was Boo's dream as a child? Take a look at the answers and try to recall.
Become an opera singer.
Opera singer.
Yeah, opera singer. Excellent. Then, how did comparative reading offer book insight into different cultures and topics? What do you recall? What was she saying about it?
They can be kind of same sometimes.
Okay, good. Thanks a lot, Bogdan. Guys, do you want to add anything to what Bogdan has told us? No. Okay, then let us move forward to the third one. What did Boo learn from having to let go of her childhood dreams?
She learned that she should go on and find another passion, I guess.
Yes, perfect. Thanks a lot, Bogdan. Excellent. And the last question. What's the most important purpose of a dream? So you can tell either your own opinion or you can gather some insights from the video. Up to you to decide.
For me, the dream is destination where you should go, and it's not always that your dream must come true, but the most important is the way you make to the dream.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks a lot, Bogdan. Excellent. Thank you, guys. Do we have any other ideas concerning the purpose of a dream? No. Okay. Then let us move back to our presentation. We are done with the video, with its vocabulary and tasks. And now your assignment would be very easy. What do you have to do? You need to match the books to their authors. So that is easy, I suppose.
William Shakespeare,
Divine
Hamlet.
Comedy is Dante.
Okay, good.
Little
J.K.
Prince
Rowling
is
is Harry Potter.
Okay, yeah.
Little Prince is Saint-Exupéry.
Yeah, excellent.
Hamlet is Shakespeare.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks a lot, guys. And now you will work in pairs or in small groups of 3. What would be your major assignment? You need to make a list of 10 most best-selling books in history to your mind, and you also need to provide a brief explanation why do you think that. Тобто, ви будете працювати по двоє або в невеличких групах по троє, залежно від кількості людей у нас. В чому полягає ваше завдання? Вам потрібно скласти список з 10 найбільш популярних і найбільш таких читаємих книг на вашу думку і надати коротесеньке обґрунтування, чому саме ці книги і власне, чому ви так вважаєте. So, then, traditionally, I start dividing you into breakout rooms. My traditional question is if we have anybody who would like to work with somebody. Чи є у нас хтось, хто хотів би працювати конкретно з кимось?
Я з Богданом.
Так, почекайте, не в один голос. Так, Ілля, ви з ким?
З Богданом.
Так.
З Семеновим.
Ага. І Богдан. Добре, Ігор, ви?
Я могу с Матвеем можу. Каким-то из.
Угу.
Любым.
Так, добре. Тоді Ігор і Матвій. Так, хто ще з ким хотів би працювати? Угу. Добре, ви мовчите. Тому я думаю, що далі, в принципі, я можу вас ділити так, як поділиться. Так, і швидше всього, що комусь доведеться працювати по троє. Okay, good. Then again, traditional question, how much time do you guys need for that?
10 minutes.
I
10
think 15 minutes.
15. Окей, дивіться, тоді ставлю на 15 хвилин, поки там всі долучаться, налаштують мікрофони. У вас залишиться в районі 10-12 хвилин. So, I'm opening the rooms and you guys can join.
Ну що, панове?
Так, нас троє, то хто буде про 4 книжки розказувати?
Так, Поскольку я вам и так слил тему данного сочинения рассказа, да, я пас. Я вообще думал отдельно, да, у меня тут интересные книги, Майн Кампф, Библия, ну, короче, интересно. Вот.
Ну, то давай ти вибереш ті книжки, які тобі, наприклад, цікаві, там, поділимо, розділимо, з 10 на нас троє. І кожен розкаже про свої книжки.
Короче, для себя я резервирую Библия, Илиада, Одиссея, Майн Кампф. Все.
Так ти минулого разу навіть не допомагав. Ти і цей раз не хочеш допомагати, так?
М?
Ти і цей раз не хочеш допомагати, ти минулого разу не допомагав.
Я в прошлый раз свалил, напоминаю.
Ну, я ж кажу, ти не допомагав минулого разу.
Блять, ладно.
Ну,
Що думаємо?
коротше, вибираємо книжки. Я вибираю, ну тут я подивилася. Так, в інеті, пусть буде Маленький принц, перетворення і 451 градус за... Ну, коротше, я забула. Оцей, Артем, що він вибирає?
Не знаю, що Олексій вибере перше.
Первое выбираю Библию.
А, ну я тоді інше виберу. Друге.
Коран.
Напевно,
Окей.
А ще давайте договоримося, хто перший буде розказувати. Хто буде починати.
Я точно першим не буду.
Что мне предлагаете первым быть? Окей.
Це типу треба розказати про що книжки? Чи як?
Ну, составить типа топ по популярным. Ну, типа, ты считаешь, что вот они в такой вот последовательности?
А як їх зіставити топ по них, якщо я не читав їх? Да.
Ладно. Так, Біблія це головна книга християнства. Перша у світі за п'ятницю. Не знаю, что еще тут домой. Ладно, пошел думать.
Goodness. Okay, so guys, I suppose everyone is back with us, and we can proceed. So let's go one by one. Bogdan, Ilya, our first group. Are you guys ready?
We not ready yet. We will be last maybe do this.
The last ones. Okay. Then Igor and Matvey, I've heard. Andriy, Ilya, Bogdan, what about you boys?
I guess yes.
Yes, perfect. Then you're welcome.
Okay, so the first on the list is the Bible, which is the main literature of the world's most popular religion, Christianity.
Well, the second one is the Lord of the Rings by George Tolkien, as its epic fantasy trilogy that transports readers to the detailed world of the Middle Earth.
The third is Quran. The Quran is the holy book of Islam, believed by Muslims to be the word of God, as revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. It serves for them as a guide for life and morality.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's it, guys. Or somebody is going to proceed.
Yes, the third one is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, as it's American classic novel that addresses racial injustice in American South during the beginning of the last century.
Mm-hmm.
Next one is 1984. It's a dystopian novel that explores a totalitarian society where the government, led by party and Big Brother. This government exercises extreme control over every aspect of citizens' lives and rewrites truth and history all the time to keep them loyal and scared.
Next is the Divine Comedy, because it made huge influence to the world's literature and because of the new techniques used in writing it.
The following one is the Odyssey by Homer, as this is ancient Greek epic poem that tells the tale of the Odysseus' journey home after the Trojan War.
After it, we have the Harry Potter series by Rowling. The Harry Potter series follows life and adventures of a young wizard, Harry Potter, in Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and follows him as he unveils mysteries of this place and fights evil.
The War and Peace portrays how bad was the Russian community in 19th century and how big its propaganda is.
And Sherlock Holmes series. It follows brilliant detective Sherlock Holmes and his friend Dr. John Watson as they unveil mysteries in London. Holmes is known for his observation, deduction, and logical reasoning, and he is one of the most iconic detectives in literature and characters in media overall.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Thanks a lot, guys. Perfect job. Thank you. Then let us move forward. Sasha and Denise, I've heard. Then we have Artyom, Vika, and Lyosha. Are you guys ready?
Так, розумію, що починати мені. Давайте.
Okay, Lyosh, you're welcome.
This list is specific and maybe provocation or unclear to some. In my opinion, these most popular books in the world or in central countries during a specific period or as follows. These Biblies, these main books of Christians, Christianity, this first in the world in popular. Johar Dudayev, Cherny, Pachov, Freedom, and Shamil Basayev, Victory of Death. These most popular books in Chechnya after this Quran, since this mid-90s. Mein Kampf, specific literatures, this still enjoy popularity among historians and experts on Europe in this 30s of the last century. Ось якось так.
Okay, thank you, Losha. Then Artyom, Vika, would you like to add anything?
Так, Дон Кіхот is a classic
Ні, Артем,
novel.
почекайте. То я не про вас говорила, а про іншого Артема, бо до вашої групи я ще не дійшла. Але Артем мовчить, тому можемо переходити. Так, у нас там Артем, Ваня, Андрій, Софія. So, Artyom, you're welcome to start.
Don Quixote is a classic novel which follows the adventures of aging nobleman who becomes a self-styled knight, often tilting at windmills. Their books explore the thin line between reality and imagination, mixing humor with deep reflection on the power of stories. The second is War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy, is the chronicles the lives of several aristocratic families against the backdrop of the Napoleonic War, exploring themes of war, peace, and nature of historical events.
100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez explores the history of the Buendia family in the fictional town of Macondo, blending magical realism with social and political commentary. 1984 by George Orwell, a dystopian novel set in a totalitarian society where the government, led by the party and Big Brother, control every aspect of citizens' lives, exposing them of surveillance, propaganda, and individual freedom.
5. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee addresses racial injustice in the American South through the eyes of young girl Scott Finch, whose father, Atticus Finch, defends a black man falsely accused of raping a white woman. 6. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, a satire of societal expectations focusing on the evolving relationship between Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy, exploring themes of love, class, and manners. 7. The Great Gatsby by Scott Fitzgerald, critic of American dreams, wrote the life of J. Gatsby during the Jazz Age, exploring themes of wealth, excess, and fulfilled dreams.
Catcher in the Rye narrates the experience of Holden Caulfield, a disillusioned teenager, as he navigates adolescence, exploring themes of alienation, identity, and the loss of innocence. 9. The Lord of the Rings epic fantasy trilogy following the quest to destroy the One Ring and save Middle-earth from the Dark Lord Sauron, exploring themes of friendship, power, and sacrifice. Then The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, who follows a shepherd named Santiago on a journey to discover his personal legend and fulfill his dreams, exploring themes of destiny, self-discovery, and the pursuit of one's dreams.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, guys. Perfect job. Thank you. Okay, then let's see who else is left. Vanya, Yura, are you boys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you're welcome.
Okay. First of all, first and second point, it's so similar, therefore I decided to put it in one item. I can start. The Bible and the Cutter, these are important books for many people worldwide because they provide guidance on how to live, teach moral, and hold deep historical and cultural significance for different religions. Yura?
The Republic by Plato. The book talks about justice, politics, and the best kind of government. It has influenced how many people think about these ideas in Western societies. The Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. This book became famous because it talked about how workers should be treated fairly and criticized how money and power are distributed. It affected political ideas around the world.
Okay, good. Thank you, guys. And now, Bogdan, Ilya, I'm getting back to you. Are you ready now?
We ready.
Wonderful. So you're welcome.
We like do the list of the most popular books in our opinion. The first one is Christian Bible.
The second is Quran.
The third one is Harry Potter.
The fourth is Hamlet.
The fifth is Iliad and Odyssey.
The sixth is The Hobbit.
The seventh is Little Prince.
The eighth is Fahrenheit 459 degrees.
The eighth is 1984.
And the 10th is The Portrait of Dorian Gray.
The first two books are about religion. The two religions are most popular in the world, and the books on them are also popular.
Harry Potter and the Hobbit is an interesting fantasy that later received its screen version.
Also, in our letter, there are dystopias such as 451 degrees Fahrenheit and 1884, The Portrait of Dorian Gray, The Little Prince, and Hamlet are written by popular writers of them time and later gains the great popularity.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, guys. And now let us move to our next assignment. So we will take a look at some books that are suggested by different internet sources. So what would be your assignment? Using the link that I've sent you to our Zoom chat, look through those books. Like you can just look through the titles without diving into details. And tell us your opinion regarding the list presented. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Or why? Тобто, я надіслала вам посилання на рейтинг книг за версією різних інтернет-ресурсів. А в чому полягає ваша задача? Ви проглядаєте ці книги, можете проглянути просто назви, не заглиблюючись в деталі, і ви висловлюєте свою думку щодо того, чи погоджуєтесь ви з ось таким запропонованим списком, чи не погоджуєтеся, і чому. So then take maybe up to 3-5 minutes to do that. And when the time is out, we will be happy to hear what you think.
Can I start?
Yeah, of course, Bogdan, you're welcome.
I totally agree with this list because it refers to the numbers the numbers of sold pieces, yes, of sold books, and that means that it's not just made out of assumptions, and it is made out of statistics.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks a lot, Bogdan. Guys, maybe somebody else is ready and would like to share with us what he thinks concerning the proposed list. Sasha, you're welcome.
I mostly agree, but still, in my opinion, Sherlock Holmes should be in the 7th place, because the books about him are always interesting and fascinating. Little things that can turn the plot in a different direction.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Excellent. Okay, guys, would anybody else like to speak up a little bit on this one? You're surprisingly quiet today. Okay, so then let us move to our next assignment. What do you need to do? Firstly, let's take a look at the words in this table. We have captivating, controversial, astonishing, breathtaking, confusing, diverse, dynamic, emotional, evocative, educational, easy to read, gripping, historical, insightful, and intriguing. Captivating і gripping у нас синоніми, це такі захоплюючі, затягуючі. Controversial – суперечливий, astonishing – такий вражаючий, приголомшливий, breathtaking – той, який перехоплює подих, confusing – такий заплутаний, той, який не зовсім ясний, який нас плутає, diverse – різноманітний, dynamic – динамічний. В плані книги, це, знаєте, коли отак подія за подією дуже і дуже швидко відбувається. Emotional – емоційний, evocative – оце якраз таки той, який пробуджує у вас певні відчуття, виводить вас на якісь емоції. Educational – освітній, easy to read – легкий для прочитання, gripping сказала, historical – історичний, insightful – такий пізнавальний, повний якихось інсайтів, intriguing – інтригуючий. Now, guys, what would be your assignment? You need to choose any book that you like, or maybe your favorite book, something like that, up to you to decide. And you need to advertise us this book by using as many of the words from this table as possible. So you need to tell us about this book in such a way that we would be amazed and would like to read this book immediately. And just in case, one more time in Ukrainian. Отже, в чому полягатиме ваша задача? Ви обираєте будь-яку книгу, ту, яка, на ваш погляд, дуже і дуже популярна, або, можливо, ваша улюблена книга. І ви рекламуєте на цю книгу, використовуючи як можна більше слів з цієї таблички. Переклад ви вже знаєте. Вам потрібно описати цю книгу для нас таким чином, щоб ми зацікавилися і одразу захотіли б її прочитати, якщо ми до цього не зробили. So, take maybe up to 5-7 minutes, and when time is up, we will be happy to hear what you have prepared. Okay, guys, do we have anybody who is ready? Or do you need more time for that?
More time.
More time, okay.
Can I try?
Yeah, of course, Bogdan, you're welcome.
Okay, so The Steel Ball Run is one of the most popular Japanese books in the world, and there is a reason for this. When I read it, I was astonished. So much details, so much plot in it. Events are very dynamic and diverse. It has lots of funny moments which are made into memes nowadays, and a lot of emotional elements of tragedy, which won't keep you unconcerned. However, the story is very confusing and really hard to read sometimes.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Bogdan. Great job. Thank you, Denise. You're welcome.
Step into the captivating and astonishing world of Harry Potter, where magic and mystery collide in breathtaking narrative. This diverse and dynamic series is emotionally evocative, taking readers on a roller coaster of highs and lows. While it might be controversial at times, the educational value is undeniable, viewing important life lessons seamlessly into the narrative. Easy to read, yet gripping, the series is both historically insightful and intriguing, making it must-read for all ages. Get ready for a journey that is confusing as it is enchanting, a literary masterpiece that continues to captivate hearts around the world.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Denise. Amazing job. Thank you. Okay, guys, do we have anybody else who is ready and would like to present what he has prepared? Sasha, you're welcome.
My favorite book is, as you already know, detective stories about Sherlock Holmes, whose confusing stories end with an unexpected end. The detective, who solved many suspicions at first glance, but so obvious at the end. The murder investigation. A detective who could solve anything. Finally, he came to a dead end, and the murders began, which confused even his best detective in London. A manipulator and a villain who stood by his principles. James Moriarty vs. the detective who brought all his cases to the end. James Moriarty, who from a very young age solved all horrors of England at that time, who from a young age learned how to kill and think beyond his age. But the genius Holmes does not miss a single trifle from his field of vision. A dispute between two geniuses whose worldview is more correct, find out in the book The Last Case of Sherlock Holmes. That's all.
Amazing. Thanks a lot, Sash. Perfect job. Thank you. Okay, guys, do we have anybody else who would like to present? No. Okay, if no, then our traditional rubric, typical mistakes. And I'm switching into Ukrainian. Так, суспільство у нас society, психологія. Знаю, ненависне слово, але запам'ятовуємо psychology через S. Кров, blood. Тепер Біблія. Дивно, але Bible через I. Не Bible, не Біблія, Bible. Християнський Christian. Далі. Боже, пишу. Література. Теж наше слово сьогоднішнього дня – literature. Література, літературче, от цього всього немає, є literature. Демонструвати, показувати щось expose. Тема sim через S. Далі great, тут зрозуміло, ідентичність, identity. Жертвувати, sacrifice. Запам'ятовуємо event. Не event, а event. Наголос на другий склад. І злодій villain. Так, ну, а в принципі, з усім іншим все чудово було. Чи є у вас якісь запитання?
No.
No. Добре, мої хороші. Тоді, якщо запитань немає, то ми з вами можемо завершувати. Всі наші питання, як завжди, ми з вами вирішуємо в нашому звичному режимі. Вам дякую за сьогоднішню роботу на занятті. Молодці, гарного вам чудового тижня, прекрасних, позитивних вихідних. Бережіть себе і до зустрічі наступного вівторка.
Thank you for the lesson. Have a nice day.